Welcome to Seascape. Hi everyone, this is Ken from KY Real Estate. Today we're at Seascape checking out this amazing unit. Size of it, 2,669 square feet. So hold your horses because I will be sharing with you a few highlights of this unit because it's absolutely amazing. Welcome to the living area. I mean, no words can describe. Most of the time we will have the couch in this area where the tables are facing the TV. Technically it's not that bad, isn't it? But because where we are, we're looking at Sentosa. So lifestyle, luxury, what are you looking at? Space. So the wall-to-wall distance is very comfortable. You really get to sit down and relax. So this is the kind of very generous distance you're looking at. And on my right hand side, you will see a landscape view. And look, what's that? It's actually a ship. So basically, welcome to the balcony. Let's go on and take a look. I would feel that living here, you really have that very nice and deep balcony, which you don't see this often because most of the balcony nowadays, if you look at condominium, they're quite standard, maybe say 1.9 meters, 2.1 meters depth. But for this, it's very much sizable. And to add on a little bit, do you realize that there's a bit of sharp edge over here? It is really looking like a shape of a boat, right? The front of a boat. So looking outwards, you are really minutes walk to the sea. So I would say it's my first time being here as well, and this itself amazed me. Let's head right in. So being at 2,669 square feet, you are looking at 4 bedrooms. And as we look inwards, check it out. A very nice, good size round table, 10-seater, very comfortable. On the left, right hand side, there is still ample walking space for you. So of course, when it comes to buying at Seascape, you are no longer looking at the quantum itself because people that are staying here are looking for that status. So the practicality, the functionality of the floor plan is very important. So right next to your dining table, you have your dry kitchen, but I'll tell you more on the kitchen later on. We will check out the masters. Let's go. So welcome to the master, ample space. Oh, you even have that little side walkway onto the main balcony, very nicely designed. So of course you have a good size king size bed over here, right, with 2 side tables, and we call this the hotel style. Check it out. But of course, if it's me, I would add on maybe a little bit more. For example, those remote control whereby you can frost the glass or you can clear the glass with just a click, right? So welcome to the back. You have your good size wardrobe spaces. It's not just this side, even over at this corner as well. Very deep, and most importantly, right, they have sensor to activate the lighting. And what I really want to point out to you is that they could have added an additional panel over here, which makes it less user-friendly. Because with this, what can I put? My luggages. Right, so as for the master bathroom, I don't think there's much to say about this. Everything you see here is just quality, quality, quality. You have your bathtub on my right hand side. On my left hand side, you have your standing shower, as well as a toilet bowl and a very good sized mirror. So let's head right out. That's for the masters. On the left hand side, we'll go this way, followed by coming back here, alright? So onto the back. On the left hand side, you have your powder room, and I personally like this basin. It's like a statement piece, right? How often you get to see this? But of course, when you come to Sentosa, when you come to this kind of level, these are normal. In fact, these are necessity because it's a lifestyle living here, it's a status. So let's head right to the back. In this part of the house, you have 3 bedrooms, very good size. So we will start with the first one. So as we enter, this is a queen size bed with not just side tables, but very good size side tables. Nowadays, the ones that you see are pretty much smaller. So you can tell you have ample spaces. And you have this very nice window over here. But what I really like and what caught my attention is the sliding door. Likewise, very good depth for you to put luggages. On the other hand, most likely will be your clothes hanger. Yes, you see, look at this. This to me is perfect for a luggage size. All this kind of thing is very important because nowadays, design may not be as practical as we want them to be. And look at this, these are all glass. And now let's head to the other 2 rooms. On the left hand side, you have a very good size toilet. Just a quick look. Hanging WC, your standing shower. So, but one thing to highlight is, if you take a look at the entire toilet, there is absolutely not much carpentry aside from the vanity. Because why is this very important? Because at the end of the day, when you have such a humid environment, maybe wood may not last. So everything that I'm seeing, even the niche below the basin, these are all tiles. So onto the other side, on my left hand side, right hand side, there's 2 bedrooms. The one on the right comes with an attached bath. We'll start with the one on the left first. So as you walk in terms of size, quite similar to the one that we saw just now. Aside from that, it has its own balcony. And this balcony links you to the other room. So in terms of size, this is what I mean. The standard, probably look at this about maybe say 1.9, maybe max 2.1 meters. So that's why I would say the front part is very amazing and it captivates me. So of course we can enter the other room, but we will go from this side. So welcome to the 4th and final bedroom. This comes with your own attached bath. At the same time, design-wise is quite similar. A queen size bed, as well as 2 side tables and your wardrobe space. Onto the other side, we have seen 4 of the bedrooms, the amazing balcony that you're looking at. Oh, what is this? I realized that they even have a very good glass panel over here to allow natural lighting to come in. Can you see it? So this could be additional storage spaces for you. So onto the front, you can definitely access the wet kitchen from this direction, but we will start from the front. Welcome to the dry kitchen. Personally, I love glass tops. I mean, it's just very easy to maintain, that's one. And of course, it looks very much elegant. So whatever that you're seeing here is all Miele wine chiller, Miele oven, and coffee machine. Everything will be provided for you. when I'm serving my guests and looking outwards, I don't know what other words I can use to describe this view. Maybe you tell me what word would you use to describe this particular view. So on my left-hand side, you have your countertop when you're basin, and even more spaces over here. Ooh, this is a fridge. So this particular fridge, if you ask me, it will not be for your groceries. It will be for drinks for you to serve to your guests. So below it will be your freezer. So that's all for the dry kitchen. Let's say to the wet kitchen. So as we come to the back, on my right hand side will be your home shelter, and this is your wet kitchen. Being in a wet kitchen, what are a few key pointers you want to take note when you are buying such a unit? Window must be there. You're going to be doing a lot of heavy cooking, and an additional space for your second fridge, because this is the one that you're going to be storing your groceries. So on my right will be your washer dryer, and at the back you have your helpers WC. At the same time, it is able to fit in their own bed. Let's check it out. Very good size. Okay, but of course, if it's me, right, this is where the WC is. I will probably cover this up. So before we end off, maybe we just take one more look at the balcony. So if you ask me why is this unit worth for you to consider, because when I'm living near to a sea, I don't need it to be too high. At my angle, if you guys can see, we can see greenery, we can see the sea, we can see the sky. So we have a 3-in-1 perfect view if you ask me. So in terms of the per square foot as well as quantum, it is very cheap. But of course, we do have a price list because there are still a few more units in this area. And of course, if you'd like to have a look at the price list, you can always let me know. If not, we have come to the end of the video today. Of course, we have also other projects in Sentosa. And if let's say you would like to have a one-day tour, checking out all the units, feel free to reach out to us. Otherwise, I'm Kenneth from KY Real Estate, and I will see you in the next one.